You know, I have gone to every council meeting for the last 8 years, so I have seen all the players in their decision making and the things that really impact this community, and listened to testimony from the audience and spoken so many times before council. And Jesse's the right person to lead this community and to get us back to our progressive roots.
I know that Jesse will continue the progressive tradition as mayor. Jesse is also a millennial like myself, and I think it's really important that we have younger voices in city government and everywhere else.
Well, I've been a political activist my entire life, starting at the age of 9 years old, where I worked to name a street in my hometown of San Francisco after Cesar Chavez. And for the last 20 years, I've been an activist for many progressive causes, from workers' rights, issues relating to children and youth, the environment, raising the minimum wage, affordable housing and tenants' rights. My public service is rooted in my deep commitment to making social change and my lifelong activism. And I'm running for mayor because Berkeley is at a crossroads. We face very critical challenges, from a housing crisis that is changing the face of Berkeley. Students, senior citizens, low-income residents, even the middle-income families are being pushed out of Berkeley due to rising housing costs. And we need to create more affordable housing so we can preserve our diversity and make Berkeley an inclusive community.
His continual push to ensure that we have housing that's affordable for everybody in this community is one of the things he really can stand on, because that is an issue it's affecting the whole Bay Area, but it's really affecting Berkeley.
We need to create policies to lift everyone up and to make sure that Berkeley remains an equitable community. And so I'm very committed to continuing the work we've done to address the achievement gap in our schools, to address the health disparities that exist in our city, and to make sure that housing options are available to everyone. I was the original co-sponsor of the legislation to create a Berkeley minimum wage. Berkeley has some of the highest housing costs of living out of any city in the Bay Area. And only 33% of the people that work in our community actually can afford to live here. And so we need to address what's called the jobs housing imbalance to make sure that the people that work in our community can afford to live in the city they work in. And raising wages is a really important step to making sure that people can afford to live in the Bay Area, and to make sure that working families can survive.
I have always supported Jesse and wanted him to run this time, and really was someone who really suggested that this was his time, and it is his time, and I'm going to do everything I can to ensure that he gets elected.
And so, our campaign is literally run by the work of incredible people in our community, some of whom are here today, who care deeply about what we're fighting for, and want to make sure we have new progressive leadership in the mayor's office. And so the best way to get involved is to volunteer. There's many ways that you can get involved, from going out and knocking on doors and talking to your neighbors, calling your friends and neighbors. That's how we're going to win this election. Young people, whether they're 9 years old or 14 or 15, have a voice, they have a stake in the future, they can make a difference. And so it's really important that people get involved and they speak out, and they get involved in serving your community, because you can make a real difference, and one day you can be in a position to lead your community. For the past 14 years I've served this community. I have brought a deep commitment to making Berkeley better and continuing Berkeley's progressive leadership, and we've gotten things done. I have a record of getting things done on the environment, on affordable housing, on tenants' rights, on civil liberties, on raising the minimum wage, a wide range of progressive issues. And I'm running to make Berkeley work for everyone, and to tackle the challenges that we're facing in our community, and to bring the voice of our generation to City Hall and to move Berkeley forward.
He's someone who's very passionate about the city of Berkeley, and I believe that he will fight for what he believes in.
He has grown up for this position. He's grown up to be in public service. That's all he's ever wanted to do. He's never wanted, not to be a politician, but to serve. And there are so few people that have that in them, in their soul, and he does.
Vote Jesse 2016 for mayor.
Vote for Jesse. And make sure tell your friends and get everyone out to vote on November 8th or before.